Good evening. In the last 24 hours, we have identified 18,527 cases of COVID-19 with a positivity test rate of 92.5%. With that, our new Alberta case count has reached 3,007,000,000. As you know, these numbers are slightly concerning. My thoughts are with the survivors who will soon be tasked with repopulating. As you know, the council just finished a 16-hour-long meeting in which they heard me speak my very strong and very clear piece and recommendation, and they continued to ignore that piece, then decided to do whatever feels right to them. Next, I will hand things over to, as you know, Mr. Jason Kenney.
Thank you, Dr. Hinshaw. I, like many Albertans, have friends. I have loved ones, and yes, I have people who want to spend time with me. And like many Albertans, I like to ride the waves of freedom with blatant disregard and skepticism towards any kind of rules or regulations. Believe me, when I say this, I am the last person who thinks that they can tell you how to live your lives. Now, I know what you're feeling, that you want to spend time with your friends and family, with your grandparents. I, too, have grandparents. In fact, I met a nice young man from socialist Venezuela last week, and he told me that he also had grandparents. We all have parents, and those parents have parents. But we are encouraging Albertans to think about possibly, if they feel like it, and if they don't feel like it, then that's okay too, but if they do, that they should consider thinking about not spending time with their friends or family who definitely like them this holiday season. Maybe. And I know, I also have a family, and I have friends who care about me, who I want to see, who I want to play poker games with or drink a beer with, like the average heterosexual male would do. Now, I'm not saying that there is or isn't a virus. I don't like strong stances, but we must take care of each other. And more importantly, we must take care of the economy during these under these trying times.
We will now take questions. First caller.
Gary LeBeverett, Spruce Grove Examiner. My question is for Dr. Hinshaw. Dr. Hinshaw, should people wear masks?
Thank you for your question. Yes.
Next caller, go ahead.
Roger McMickelson, Global. My question is for Mr. Kenney. You have been looking at ways to boost the economy. Is it true that you have listed the legislature building as an Airbnb?
Yes. Yes, we were able to take the funds that we cut from nursing wages and use that money to convert the former NDP offices into a 5-star hotel experience. Next, we'll be privatizing the Edmonton River Valley and using the funding from doctors' wage cuts to start a subsidy for oil companies. I also have some parks for sale on Kijiji. If anyone's interested, they're pretty cheap. You could just give me a call.
Kim Trinasty, CBC. Mr. Kenney, you've said that you don't want to tell Albertans how to live their lives. Are you suggesting there's not going to be any updates to the restrictions?
Yeah, I'm not saying that there is or isn't any restrictions. Again, I don't want to tell Albertans how to live. I think the government should start and end with a stern finger wagging. But let me stop there for a moment to say this. Your freedoms are much more important to me than your safety. And let me stop there for a moment just to say this. We will not be entering any sort of lockdown. In fact, I am so against government regulations that starting tonight at midnight, all laws are abolished. Albertans will be free to murder, rob, and maim whoever they like during this 4-week purge.
But try to stay 6 feet apart. Pole axes or firearms work best. And let me stop right there for a moment to say this. If anything bad happens because of this policy, it's definitely the federal government's fault. So board up your doors, stand back to back with whatever makeshift weapon you have in hand, and put on your masks.
Because live from Edmonton, it's the Grindstone Christmas Comedy Special. I've only got a couple symptoms. I'm good.